Welcome to the evening psalm. This week we're doing something different, still using Towards the City by Jim Cotter, but Jim himself had actually put a different take on Psalm 119, which is one of the longest, or is the longest psalm in the Bible. So we're going to be taking 3 sections each evening. And you will see that Jim, for each of them, has the journey, the invitation, and the implication. So for this first part, walking in God's path, God's invitation to us is to follow Christ. It is a journey into love along a path that is rarely smooth. The way is rough, the truth is costly, the life is sacrificial. The gate through which we are drawn by love is always narrow. The journey is the stony road. The invitation, follow the way, the truth and the life. The implication, enter by the narrow gate. Blessed are those who are honest in their ways, who walk in the paths of God's law. Blessed are those who treasure God's wisdom, who seek God with all their heart. Those who do no evil deeds are those who tread the way of justice. Dear God, you have given command that we should hold to your word. May my ways be kept steadfast on the narrow road of your love. So I shall not be confounded while I respect the whole of your counsel. I shall thank you with unfeigned heart as I learn to be guided by your Spirit. I shall hold fast to your truths. Do not utterly abandon me. The next section he has entitled Delighting in God's Wisdom. The path is tough, and despite boundary marks, we wander from it. We become self-centered. We ignore others on the path. We are constantly invited to love others as Christ has loved us. That degree of love is not easy, for it challenges us to bless, pray for, and help those who are hostile to us. So the journey are the boundary marks. The invitation is to love one another as I have loved you. The implication of this is to do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who abuse you. How shall the young find their way? By guarding the boundary of your word. With my whole heart I have looked for you. Let me not wander from your commandment. Your truth have I hidden within my heart, so that I shall not fail to love you. You are blessed indeed, dear God. Teach me your wisdom. With my lips I have been telling of all the judgments of your mouth. I have had greater delight in the ways of your loving than in the manner of all manner of riches. I will dare to contemplate your countenance, and I will deeply respect your ways. My delight will be in your counsel, and I shall not forget your word. The third and final part tonight is longing for God's justice. As travellers into God, we need guideposts which can be discerned from within the words of the Gospels. For example, we are blessed when we hunger and thirst for right relationships longed for by a just God. Only by being faithful to such wisdom will our lives be built on rock. So the journey for this final part are guideposts. The invitation to be faithful to what God has said. The implication, build on rock. Deal bountifully with your servant, that I may live and keep your word. Open my eyes that I may see the wondrous things of your law. I am a traveller upon earth. Hide not your guideposts from me. I am consumed with a fervent desire, a longing that I have for your justice. You rebuked the pride that lurks in me. You rescue me when I am lost and astray. Take away from me the spirit of scorn. Hold me fast to the rock of your truth. Keep me from suspicion and hatred. Rather may I meditate on your counsel. For your sayings are my delight, and they are my counsellors. So may God grant us a quiet and peaceful night, so that we may awake in the morning, continuing to walk in God's path, delight in God's wisdom, and long for God's justice. Amen.